Mega Man race, so you're definitely going to want to stick around for that. I don't think we have any Mega Man fans here, though. Nope, nope, no Mega Man fans in this audience, for sure. All right, we are going to throw you over really quick to a Twitch ad, and then we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. And now we're going to hear a quick word from our friends over at Chrono GG. All right, you are watching Awesome Games Done Quick 2017. We just finished up an amazing Shovel Knight race, and now we are going to throw it over to Fiesel at the interview desk with our illustrious Shovel Knight runners.
What did we get? 46?
You got a 4610, I got a 46.
4610. Yeah.
And we died like each a billion times.
I died 3, I think.
3?
I died in Treasure.
Yeah, I died 3.
I died to Black Knight.
I died to Treasure.
Should I let somebody know, or are they just working as fast
They know.
as they can?
We're
Java.
doing ads where,
Treasure, Java, Propeller.
Oh,
Guy-
right, he said that.
We
Okay, I
Guy
knew
will
this.
hopefully give us a countdown, but otherwise.
Hey, everybody. I'm here
Hello.
with the 2 runners for our Shovel Knight race that you just saw. Man, we've got Muncha Koopas over here and Smoggy over there. Hi, guys. What a race that was. So close. 6 seconds between you guys.
Yeah, that was a very close race. Very
Yeah.
close.
Were you a little nervous, especially being able to see where each other was, being that close?
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, I was more nervous because it's my first time being at a GDQ. So that was more my nervous part.
Right, because Muncha, you've done 2 GDQ runs before already,
Yes.
right? So you've had a little experience with this, but this is your first time, Smoggy, doing
first
a GDQ
time
run.
at a GDQ, first time in the US, first time leaving Europe. It's
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of firsts all at once.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, how did you feel during the race besides maybe a little nervous? I mean, were there any things you were really worried about?
I'm just worried about keeping up with Smoggy because he's insanely consistent at this game,
Yeah.
as you have seen. I am amazed and very happy that the race was as close as it was.
Yeah.
Wow, well, that's really good. And, well, the first question I have, actually, somebody asked this on Twitter. Let's see if we can bring it up here. So we got a question from Blooper Bro. How did you discover Shovel Knight? How did you get into this?
I saw Shovel Knight in, I want to say I was going over the Flipboard app on my phone in gaming. And it said, you know, Shovel Knight delayed until March 2014 or whatever. And I was like, what is this game? I need to play this. And
Right.
I just waited for it ever since.
So right from the very start, you were playing this game?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
Yeah.
When I wanted to start speedrunning, I was looking around for games, and it was perfect time because it was AGDQ 2015, and I didn't know what game I wanted to pick up. I wanted to pick up Ocarina of Time, and I saw Shovel Knight, and I saw a bunch of Koopas running. I was like, okay, this is a pretty cool game. I've never seen it before. It's the first time, and I tested it out, and it went really well. So yeah, I've been since September 2015.
Okay. And we have another question here. How long did it take you to learn the game?
You go first.
How long did it take to learn?
Yeah, to pick up all the tech in this game.
Oh. It all depends. Movement, like getting very good at movement and the short hops and the medium jumps, because of different heights in the jumps that you
Sure.
can do. All the shovel canceling, all the stuff like that. That took maybe a month or two, closer to 2 months, I think, for like the most like consistent stuff. Yeah.
After 3 months, he got world record in any percent, by the way.
Ah, okay, so that should tell you something.
Yeah.
All right.
I've
Yeah.
been running the game basically since launch, so the answer is I don't know. It's just been an ongoing process for me.
Yeah.
So what was the speedrun scene like at the time that you guys picked up the game? I mean, were there other people doing a lot of runs and you just kind of came into it, or were you guys sort of pioneering the route as you went?
I didn't run any percent when I got into it. I ran shovel only because I wanted to get good at the base game. And people like Cent over here, as well as
Right.
Captain Drake, they did a lot of runs and came up with a lot of the early tricks. And then I worked with a friend of mine named Busta Wolf to kind of find other things. He did a lot more of the work than I did for just optimizing every little strat. But
Sure.
a lot of what I know actually comes from him. And then it's basically been a community effort like us two and a whole bunch of other people in our Discord server constantly looking for things that save frames.
Yeah.
Right, and it's interesting with a game that's relatively new, just to see people speedrunning it right from the start. I mean, were there a lot of like patches to the game that changed things for you? I mean, how was that?
There were a lot initially. I believe like one of the big ones that Cent might remember is that there are enemies on the map, and they can move around wherever they may go. They can actually block you from getting to a level.
Right.
Yeah.
The developers patched in a way to prevent some of them from spawning if you played the game quickly enough.
Right.
And they've since done similar things. So they've been very supportive of the speedrunning scene and making sure that it's fun for us to do, as well as for casual players being able to do it with them.
All right, well, that's great. It's great to see the developer interaction and developers really being aware of what speedrunners are
Yeah.
doing with their games, you know?
They are well aware.
Cool. Well, we've got another question here. This is from Eduardo Rob, who asks, what do you guys consider the trickiest part about running Shovel Knight? The most difficult part?
The trickiest part of speedrunning Shovel Knight. Ooh.
Shovel control? Like learning when to jump cancel, when you're supposed to swing, all that. I would say just the physics, for me, just the physics of how to keep Shovel Knight moving when you have to hit something with your shovel. Because every time you land and you're swinging, you stop.
Slow down, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. Quick swapping is a big thing as well. We never think about it anymore, but when you start to learn some difficult quick kills, for example, Tinker Knights, it is a very difficult process to learn it. But once you have it down, you have it forever.
Okay. Well, another question for you guys here. We have a question from Zone of Truth, who asks, what challenges come with running the game as a race as opposed to a solo speed run? Because, you know, some games are great when you're just doing attempts and you can reset whenever you like and you're just going for a PB, but when you're up against somebody else, you can't reset. You know, I mean, do you play things any differently, or you just basically just go for the same thing as your PB attempts?
We actually did agree to like grab certain checkpoints that we normally skip in an optimized run, and we also agreed to not do certain strats because of risk of death. Like for me, the hardest thing in doing a race or even a marathon run in general is just keeping your mentality of keep going. Don't get discouraged. Just keep going. Like you may have seen me up there, just kind of like, oh, whatever. But you have to keep going. The show must go on.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's always a big adjustment for people who spend all the time just, doing PB attempts to actually get in a race, and you can't reset. It's good that you had a little gentleman's agreement so that the whole run doesn't, go bad because you guys are playing it too risky. But
just one more part about the challenge between a race and a solo speed run is that if we die early on, we lose the gold. So we have to we have to know the backup. Like, can we get the gold back? No, we can't. How do we get the 3,000 gold back? You have to have a lot of knowledge about everything in the game to know the backups.
So you guys are going to have to get used to racing this because there's going to be a lot of races of this coming up with the tournament that's about to happen.
Yes.
You guys
it's going to be fun.
Both participating in that, I assume? Yeah. Man, who do you think's going to? Any predictions? Like, who do you think's going to win? Tell me.
My money is honestly on Smoggy.
All right.
Of course.
All right, hold on, let me write this down. All right.
There's a lot of runners in the community that haven't done runs as much lately, and I'm looking forward to them coming back and hopefully seeing them get some new PBs. And I'm honestly thinking there's going to be some upsets in this tournament. I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm looking forward to that most.
All right, cool. So, next question is for Smoggy. I'm told to ask you about your esports background. Do you want to elaborate on that?
About 6 years ago in 2009. Well, it actually started before that. I've been playing Counter-Strike 1.6 for many years. I don't play it anymore. And in 2009, I won a pretty major tournament. It was a 1 versus 1 Counter-Strike 1.6 tournament, which the final took place in Stockholm, in Sweden, where I live.
Neat.
Not in Stockholm, but in Sweden.
Right.
And the participants in that tournament was players from NIP Gaming, SK Gaming, Giants, Lemon Dogs. The person that I beat is now a coach for NIP Gaming. And then from there, it didn't happen a lot of stuff because it was a 1 versus 1 tournament. So it was pretty hard to get into teams and stuff because all they saw is you have individual skill, you don't have any team play.
Right.
So, but it didn't work out, but it was fine. And then I went over to Quake. I put some time into that, but then I got some real life issues. I couldn't have a good place to stay and focus fully on what I wanted to do. So it's been a couple of years since I just took it easy and relaxed. And then I came back and I wanted to do something, and then I picked up speedrunning.
So do you think it's Quake that kind of transitions you from that kind of game into speedrunning? Because Quake is a little bit of both worlds, I suppose.
It's a lot of games of them that has mixed me together into for Shovel Knight. There's just so many aspects that I picked up, like some parts of the speedrunning aspect in Shovel Knight I picked up from another game that I maybe casually play, and maybe I took up something from like the hand-eye coordination from Counter-Strike, and there's a lot of different like mashed together and created this Mr. Destructoid of some sort.
He is in fact a robot.
A real robot.
I drink oil.
Okay.
That's the meme that's going around.
Well, hopefully we'll see some robots in the chat, just in your honor. And so, Muncha, you mentioned earlier, are you a musician? And you mentioned some similarity between speedrunning and music.
I was a musician. I actually went to school to study music. I did graduate, but due to an injury, I actually can't play anymore. I used to play bass in an orchestra.
Oh, wow.
And speedrunning kind of replaced that hobby for me because they're very similar in terms of how you approach them. You pick something, you practice it, you learn what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, where you can improve, and you try and pick it up and keep going from there. So being on stage like this, while I might get nervous sometimes, it's very natural to me. Like, I love doing this. So I honestly think joining the speedrunning community is the best decision I've ever made.
seems like a good fit. A lot of similarities, as you're saying, between learning a piece of music and learning a speed run. Really, really similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for talking with me.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
congratulations on that race. That was fantastic.
Yeah,
it's going to be
that was-
hard for
that
the
was
other
really
races
good.
to live up to that,
That was
there.
good.
Thank you. I'm glad everyone liked it.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I'm also joined by Cent here, who's going to tell us a little bit about some of the prizes that we have available if you donate.
Oh, I certainly am, Diesel. But, really quick, I did just want to say, Smoggy Munch, as an old Shovel Knight runner myself, that was an amazing race. Watching you guys destroy this game just,
Thank you.
gets me
Thank you.
excited, and I'm ready to come back for Spectre Night. It's going to happen.
Yeah, Spectre is going to be cool.
It's going to be great.
So what do we got today? Other than these lovely Shovel Knight plushies.
Right, well, what you see all around the table, excellent plushies, yes.
And a huge shout out to Yacht Club Games for sending us, so many lovely Shovel Knight things. But coming up next, we do have a great Mega Man 1 race. I'm super excited for it, and we have. Whoops, this is not
Over there.
in frame.
Should we pass that?
There you go, I'll hold this. I'll hold it for you, it's cool.
So this is a nice color scene made for us by our good friend.
That is amazing.
Paladin. I don't think we're going to see anyone Buster Duel a Lek Man in the race, but it makes for a cool scene.
You never know.
Nice. All right.
It certainly could happen. A little later tonight, we are going to see a Mario Kart race as well. Tonight is just the night of races, I guess, and we have this lovely crocheted fire flower here from the Mario Kart series, and that's sent to us by Club 64. In addition to this really impressive black and white print of Bowser by our friend Azima Zim Khan. Definitely, really cool. Love her art style.
Can I buy that from somebody?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Here you go.
I just want to.
It's yours now.
I don't think you can keep it much, unfortunately.
No, I don't need to do like.
Yeah.
This is really cool. I'm just speechless.
I'm glad he loves it so much. And finally, our friends over at Fangamer sent us this Mario pipe mug. You can put your coffee in it. Maybe you can escape through it. I feel like I need to right about now. And yeah, all those are coming up tonight. Make sure to check the tracker. Head over to gamesdonequick.com. You'll find all the information on when they'll be available and what the minimum bid amounts for them will be.
Sweet.
All right, well, thanks very much, Cent. Don't forget to
Thank you,
donate
Fiesel.
for these prizes. And you go to gamesdonequick.com to see your tracker with all the prizes, all the donation incentives, all the schedule, everything. It's all there. And it looks like they're about ready for the next run. So what we're going to do is throw it over to our host, who is going to give us some messages, and then you get to see some Mega Man. So thanks very much again, guys, for talking with me.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having us. Bye, everybody.
Thanks so much, Cent and Fiesel. And thanks again to our Shovel Knight runners for an amazing race. We can only hope that the Mega Man race is just as hype as that last one, and I can only assume that it will be. We have Coolkid, Endy, Dxtr, and Whitehat, who are going to be racing against each other. They're still getting that set up a little bit. I actually have a very special message that I just got. We're going to add a bonus run if we can reach $8,000. You guys are going to want to hear about this one. The guest is going to be running Kirby Tilt and Tumble. So if you haven't heard of this, they actually use motion control on the GameCube to control Kirby as he goes through the level. But that's not all. He will also be using a DDR pad to control the game. So it's motion control plus DDR. So this is going to be something that you're going to want to donate for. $8,000 just opened up. Make sure you get those donations in if you want to see the guest run that, which you definitely will. Take my word for it. So while we're getting set up, I do want to talk about the prizes that are open for the Mega Man block. We have a Mega Man Perler set. We have Perler wall art. And then, of course, we have the PlayStation 4 VR bundle, which is open for the whole time. It's $5 for the Perler set minimum donation and $15 for the wall art. So if you want to get in for those prizes, make sure you donate during this Mega Man race. I'm just going to read a couple more donations here. We've got $75 from Tom209. That Shovel Knight race was so hyped, the bar has been set high for the Mega Man race. I totally agree. We've got $20 from Anonymous. This is a great event and a great cause. Thank you to all the runners for perfecting so many games. Kill the animals. And speaking of Kill the Animals is currently ahead by over $2,500. It's currently sitting at $7,396.03. So all of my Save the Animals people, we need to step it up. Let's save the animals to the top. We got $10 from William Estes. You guys rock. Keep up the speed and the fight against cancer. We've got $15 from Anonymous, who says, kill the animals. We've got $5 from Y2K890, who says, kill only one of the animals. That is currently not one of the options, but we will consider it. We've got $100 from Quadra Alien. Brilliant Shovel Knight race. Strike the Earth. Also strike cancer in a similar manner. $100 to having a bad time in Undertale. We've got $100 from Interceptor, who just says, go, go. We've got $35 from Ryan P. There goes all productivity for me this week. Oh well, it's for charity. We got $75 from Anonymous that says, this is for a great cause and one of the best soundtracks. I think that goes pretty well for Shovel Knight and Mega Man. Got $15 from Anonymous. Love the event and just had to donate during Shovel Knight. Good luck to both runners. We have $500 from Mr. Happy1227. Love watching all the Games Done Quick event and especially love that Shovel Knight race. Gotta spend this money on Final Fantasy 80% character name incentive to name a character Butts, because everyone loves Butts. We have $75 from Arrow94. Thanks to all the runners and the staff for all the great work. Save the animals. We got $75 from Luna. Shout out to Taima. Here's to deleting cancer and making it obsolete. We got $100 from SMBSV. Loving the runs. You all are awesome. We have $20 from Sowers. Always happy when Games Done Quick is back. Thanks, everyone. Good luck. All right. Are you guys ready for some Mega Man? And with that, I'm going to throw it over to the couch. All right, I guess we had a little tech issue, so it's going to be just a second. Who likes Mega Man, huh? Yeah? Woo! That's right, I was doubting your love for Mega Man. Now I'm convinced. We have a $500 anonymous donation that just says, for Mom. We have $15 from JA. Love AGDQ, love Mega Man, hate cancer. Good luck to all the Mega Man runners. We have $75 from Left Pegasus. Super fighting robot, Mega Man. Also, save the animals. It's what Dr. Light would want. We've got $100 from Rorig. Good luck to all the runners, and thanks to all who put together this amazing event. Save the animals. We have $50 from L-Rock. It's been awesome getting to meet the four of you this weekend. Best of luck to all the runners. Donation goes to Winner's Choice. We got $15 from Haywire. Hey everyone, this is my first time actually seeing a GDQ event, and I'm super stoked. Keep doing the quick sprinting and save the animals, even though it's slow. We've got $25 from Tutu. Of course, I'm staying up to watch my favorite runners race it out in Mega Man. So happy I found this amazing community, and especially these runners. Thanks for all the late night streams during this dark Swedish winter. Good luck to all of you. Save the animals. That would be Endy's choice. All right, let's try this one more time. Are you ready for Mega Man? All right, with that, I will throw it over one more time to the couch.
All right, thank you everybody for joining us for the AGDQ 2017 Mega Man 1 race. Today we have the 4 best players in the world competing for that #1 spot. I am ADF Games.
I'm Facet CC.
I'm Jimmy Poopins.
All right, so yeah, as we said, we have the 4 best runners here, the only 4 sub-19s in the world. On the left here, we have Whitehat, the only American runner in the group. His PB is 1858.
And directly to his right, we have Endy coming in with an 1850.
And to his right, we have Coolkid, the current world record holder at 1845.
And lastly, but certainly not least, we have Dxtr with another 1850. So as you can see, we have four very close racers, and if everybody is ready, I think we should do a countdown. You guys ready? We good on tech? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, welcome to Mega Man 1. Right off the bat, we are starting with Cutman's stage. Previously, in this speedrun route a couple years ago, we started with Gutsman, but a trick was found a couple years ago to get the Magnet Beam early. And as you'll see throughout this run, the Magnet Beam breaks the game wide open. And so the idea is we go to a Robot Master that's Electman's weakness, because Electman is where you get the Magnet Beam. And so to begin with, they're going to start here as Cutman. Again, weakness is good, and he's a pretty easy Robot Master to buster.
Pretty simple stage overall. There are some movement tricks that are important. Up here, you're going to see a corner jump. That if they miss it, they will fall down and lose some time. We're going to see if they all get it here.
And you actually saw Endy do a cool backup there. He used a trick that's going to be used really heavily throughout this run here called the select trick. And the idea is you pause the game with select or pause when you take damage or when you're damaging a boss or an enemy. And what this does is it resets, it lets the enemy's hurt boxes run out while the game is paused, and it freezes your momentum. So it allows you to do a lot of hits quickly and freeze your momentum. So it's a very useful trick.
For the most part, Cutman's stage is pretty simple. You're going to see these runners finish it with a pretty close proximity to each other. Once they get the Magnet Beam in the second screen, we'll start to see the zips that save quite a lot of time, and you'll see some separation between the runners. But right now, as you can see, we have a very close race between the 4.
And right here is the only glitch really used in this stage. It's the ladder wrap. The idea is NES hardware wraps screens vertically. And so the idea is you can grab ladders that are on the bottom of the screen at the same X coordinate as the top of the screen. So coming into the corridor here, all 4 players pretty close to each other. Again, whatever happens in this race, it's really going to come down to movement and tricks, and you're really not going to be able to tell who the winner is until the very last moment.
This cut fight here is pretty simple. Actually, in Mega Man 1, when you're shooting at an enemy like this, basically when their invincibility frames wear out, if there's a button overlapped, and we see them all take care of Cutman.
So it looks like Whitehat with an early lead. Also, the points matter a little bit. You get a random points counter. Dxtr, the only one with over 60K. You get a random points counter from 50,000 to 100,000 at the beginning of every stage, except for the Wily stages. And that can actually waste, how many frames is it per 10,000?
It's actually 10 frames per. So if you get the worst luck, you lose close to a second with each stage. So over the course of the run, you can actually lose about 5 seconds just from pure randomness.
And so Electman's stage is a very technical one because of the fact that the game is designed, or this particular stage is designed vertically. So you're going to see the runners doing very interesting strats, jumping off the ladder and shooting very quickly so as not to get hit. It's slightly faster than taking the damage, and health is a big issue in this stage. as there's a big eye at the end, which does 10 damage. You can jump low or high, completely random.
So we have another important corner jump coming up on the next screen. It's very similar to the one you just saw, but you'll lose 12 seconds if you fall.
All
of them got
players
it.
through.
Very good. That's not easy to do.
That's a big gatekeeper for this run. So coming up is that early magnet beam trick I mentioned earlier. The ideas for this trick is you need to press down and B on the same frame for 1 frame at a ladder. This will place you just above the ladder, and if you face to the left and press up, you can zip into the left side of the wall. Then you're able to jump and turn around and get into the little box with the magnet beam without having Gutsman's weapon. The problem is, if you get stuck in that box, you soft lock.
Very nice grab from Whitehat. No!
So Endy unfortunately cannot get out of that box. That is a soft lock. So he has no choice but to restart.
Stuck in the magnet jail.
That is not uncommon to see. It's a very difficult trick.
Unfortunately, in Mega Man 1, there's no password system. So if you get soft lock there, you have to start at the beginning of the game.
So now with the magnet beam, the players are able to create a platform with which to walk on and jump. It'll also be used for some glitches later on in the run. So this first corridor going up here to Electman is a really interesting application of the Electman beam. Watch Whitehat's screen here. He's bypassing the ladders really skillfully with the magnet beam. All the players likely going to go for this. And they're going for a very fast strat in which you take no damage throughout. Very, very difficult stuff.
These players do a similar fight. Coolkid here does a slightly different fight where he grabs the beam, the orb a little higher. You can see he's higher on the screen there where he froze, which means he saved just a little bit of time over the other runners.
So next is Iceman. This stage is, you're going to see the first application of zips with the magnet beam, and it is really difficult. Several zips. I'm assuming most of the players will go for all of them, and they are all very difficult. The idea of a zip is that you are at a specific pixel height below the roof of the game or a ceiling, and the game, when you jump into that area you've created, zips you to the right very quickly. So obviously it's the fastest movement in this game, and so you try to use it as frequently as possible. All the players likely going to go for it here. And when you're zipping on the top of the screen with the points counter, and
watch
Dxtr
Dexter's screen here. He's going to get it.
Just like that, he goes for the double.
The double zip. You can see how fast he moved there.
So he gains several seconds on Whitehat there, and he goes for the long zip. So now Dxtr and Whitehat and Coolkid all pretty much neck and neck. And they can wrap the screen vertically there by placing a magnet beam at another specific pixel height. This screen very daunting.
They all missed the zip here.
A lot of time.
They all missed the first zip, but it looks like they all nailed the backup. So they're going to get the wrap here. Oh.
He gets sub-pixel?
Yeah, he jumped too early, so he was still stuck in the wall. So Coolkid missed the wrap there. The other two runners got it. You can see they gained a little bit of time.
Now they're going for corridor zips. These are the same zips as we saw before. Coolkid nailing both.
Wow.
Very consistent at that trick. You can see just how much time Magnet Beam saves throughout all kinds of areas of this game. Each corridor zip saving 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, basically any full zip you get saves about 3 seconds. So all of them are frame perfect. You have 1/60th of a second basically to place the beam in a way that you can zip on it. So nailing these frame perfect tricks, saving 3 seconds, you can see how much volatility there is in the run.
Yeah, every zip is pixel perfect and frame perfect. So coming up here, we're going to have a few quick zips right at the beginning of Fireman. Our 3 runners really neck and neck.
Fireman, a very technical stage. There's a lot of very precise beam placements and zips throughout. Also, there's 2 large refills in the middle of the stage, so they have an opportunity to use even more beams than they would in some of the other stages. So there's another wrap here that you'll see at the end of the stage. You'll see Dxtr get it right here.
Coolkid also, and Whitehat. All
Very
3
good.
players getting a very difficult wrap.
You can see they skip a screen entirely when they do the wrap that way.
Coming up is the big Fireman zip. This skips a large snaking section sort of maze-like in the screen above, so hopefully the players get it. But if you don't jump up into the stage fast enough, you can die.
A death here is very painful because you get sent back to the checkpoint without any beams left. And then you'd have to do this section the slow way, as you're seeing Coolkid have to do here.
Endy got revenge on the magnet beam there. This is probably the least forgiving room to get corridor zips in.
Nice zips from Dxtr there. You see him pull into the lead.
Again, this race is not over until it is over. Use of the select trick there to reset Fireman's hitbox so that they can get multiple shots on him at once.
Basically, the weapon stays overlapped with the boss, and so as soon as you unpause, he takes damage again. A lot of people learn this casually against the Yellow Devil.
Yeah, we'll be seeing it later against the Yellow Devil, making what was once one of the hardest NES bosses very trivial.
Now we have Bomb Man stage, which we hesitate to call kind of a breather stage, but there's not as many zips in this one as the more technical fire stage we just saw.
And we're actually probably going to see some different strats between our runners here. Whitehat and Dxtr are likely going to go for an Iceman strat, whereas Coolkid's probably going to switch to the Magnet Beam a little bit earlier than the other players. The Iceman weapon will allow you to freeze enemies, as the name denotes. And so Dxtr and Whitehat are going to have no problems with this Sniper Joe on the screen above, but Coolkid's going to have to maneuver around him when he gets there with his Magnet Beam.
And so now we see the other two runners going to be switching to Magnet Beam. Coolkid avoided this menu by switching straight to Magnet Beam, which is where the time save comes from.
So theoretically, this would save 1 or 2 seconds if done perfectly.
If you watch on Coolkid's screen here, this Sniper Joe likes to follow you. And here he comes.
He is very persistent. And Dxtr getting the long zip there. This is a very tough setup for this zip, using no visual cues for the first beam. All muscle memory.
This here's a pretty tough boss fight. He can either jump short or jump long, and you're trying to overlap your fire shot with him, but he's up in the air. Very nice fight.
Whitehat gives him good RNG.
Of the three, Whitehat gets the best RNG.
And Coolkid is through as well.
So now we have Gutsman stage going to be coming up. The route basically saves most of its time now that we do cut first instead of guts first, because you get to skip this moving platform section where you would have to wait for the platforms otherwise.
And this is a very tight section, especially with the Magnet Beam. Players very narrowly landing on that second moving platform there. And Dxtr, I believe, getting the long zip there. That is very tough.
There's one more zip towards the end of the screen where you can set up a wrap as well.
I think Dexter's is 2 pixels too low there. So you can see that little hammer throwing enemy a little messed up by the zip. So there's a very important trick at the end of this stage.
Yeah, that's true.
Very important. It is very important that you grab Gutsman's orb after you beat him while you're still in midair in a very specific position. It's by far the most important trick in all of Mega Man 1.
You don't really have a speed run unless you get this trick.
Of course not. Whitehat going for a very silly zip into the top. I had a feeling you might do that. Dxtr gets it.
Yeah. What do we call that trick, ADF?
I think it's ASSGRAB.
I think I've heard that before.
That's what it is. Don't quote me on that. Coolkid also. And Whitehat.
All right. None of them have to reset. That's good.
Yeah, very important trick.
So that does it for the 6 Robot Masters. Now we're going to go to the Wily stages.
And there is not a breather in sight here. The very beginning of Wily 1 is a very important zip. Incredibly important that the players get this if they want to pull ahead or not stay behind.
About 7 or 8 seconds, I think, is saved if you nail this first screen zip in Wily 1.
One of the bigger zips in the game, for sure.
And you see how close this race is. That definitely makes the difference.
Dxtr nails it. And you have to wait a second there on the beam, otherwise the wall kills you.
See the next two runners trying to set it up here?
Coolkid also.
Good.
Whitehat misses it.
The time lost here can definitely be made up later. As Adef says, each of these stages is very difficult. There's going to be time to be made up. And
Dxtr's actually going to choose to save a beam here by going on the first two moving platforms and then also picking up those two refills. It's going to be a wash whether players decide to get that or not. Those refills going to help a lot in Wily 2, the stage coming up, which has a very difficult trick that all 4 players are going to go for called the Wily 2 skips. These are refight skips. You have 2 refights in this upcoming stage, and all 4 players are going to attempt to zip into the wall and do several frame-perfect turnaround jumps. I know that's a mouthful. To get into the screen below and then wrap past the Robot Masters. If you get one, you have to get the second one. And so it costs a lot of Magnet Beam if you miss the first part, and then the second part is incredibly unforgiving. So we'll have to see how the players deal with that. That is definitely going to be an equalizer.
Yellow Devil gave a lot of people stress as a kid. You can see how easy it is with this nice select trick. Here we go. We got 3 runners through Wily 1. So Wily 2 is the major gatekeeper of the run for PB attempts. So we'll see. This is going to go a long way towards determining the winner of this race.
So Dxtr gets a drop there, and he's also going to pick up these 2. So he gets that zip, but that's only the first part. He now has to get several frame-perfect turnaround jumps.
Okay.
It's not over. Now he has to buffer another. Ooh, This is still recoverable.
Got through.
Coolkid sub-pixeled there.
Basically, you can get a bad sub-pixel even if you do the very, very difficult sequence of inputs on the screen before. You can still get a bad sub-pixel and just get knocked out of the wall like Coolkid did there and have to fight the boss anyway.
And Dxtr gets both zips. That is unbelievable.
Saves quite a bit of time.
Yeah, that is, when done perfectly, that saves something in the realm of 15 or 16 seconds. But again, very difficult. Now another down and B press on the top of this ladder like done to get the Magnet Beam early. And then the players are going to try to turn around on the very last moment on the screen here. Dxtr gets it to wrap below a death zone here. And he unfortunately turned around just a little bit too early.
It's really hard to overstate how difficult some of these tricks are. You know, something they're doing just casually is a 1-frame trick where they have to press it for 1 frame on the same frame. It's not at all easy to do.
And now coming into the copy robot fight, this fight luckily is pretty simple. Players probably aren't going to be using this electric. They're likely just going to be maneuvering the copy robot's animations and trying to get a fire shot in at every possible moment so that he has no non-invincibility frames. They basically want to try to hit him the second his invincibility frames end every single time.
We see Dxtr using a little glitch there. If you shoot another fire shot right as before the shot leaves the screen, but your fire shield has disappeared, it'll actually create a fire shield that lasts for several seconds and allows you to save some ammo, so you don't have to collect a refill at the end.
So Wily 3 has probably the longest zip in the game. There's a screen wrap and then a zip, and getting the zip is a huge time saver. The players can choose to save Magnet Beam for Wily 4 and go for safe strats here. So Dxtr's actually going to forego the first wrap. It doesn't save that much time, to be fair. He's just going to go for the safe strat here and hope for the best. And he does get the zip here. This zip is quite interesting to watch, as you'll see.
He's skipping a very long section here. This is very crucial to hit that.
And now he has to get block dupes. If you press the shoot button, the frame that one of these guts blocks leaves the screen, you can dupe it. You have to get 3. There's one.
Wow.
He needs 3.
Whoa!
One more. He wasn't on the ground at the right moment. He needs one more.
One more? Oh. All right, he got it.
All right.
Clutched out the last one.
So coming in about 1757 there for Dxtr.
Oh. So you can see on Coolkid's screen here.
And Whitehat as well.
Right, how much time you end up losing if you have to buster these guys if you run out of blocks.
So Dxtr coming into Wily4. There's a corridor zip at the beginning, which saves a lot of time. And then you have the refight skip. This is a different refight skip from Wily 2. In this particular trick, he's going to use a weapon and have it out. When you take damage when you have a weapon on the screen and you try to press start, Mega Man sort of starts climbing the screen, and he's going to use this to his advantage. And after he reaches a certain point in the screen, if Bomb Man's weapon cooperates, it'll explode. And what this will do is he will replace his actor with the bomb actor and go into the top of the screen, just like that.
Nice.
And now he can zip through all of the refights.
What a Wily4. What a great stage.
So Dxtr with a real possibility to get a 19 here.
Has there ever been a 19 at a GDQ?
Not at a GDQ, no. Not to my knowledge.
This last boss fight is not too difficult. We saw him collect the fire refill for safety.
So Whitehat and Coolkid both through the Wily4 refight skip as well. Coolkid's done. That's done. That's time.
Congrats to Dxtr.
1930, I believe it was. That is crazy.
That's a phenomenal
fast.
time.
Coolkid and Whitehat just behind.
Race for second place here. It's very close. Oh, Coolkid gets it.
All three players with 19s.
Less
all
than a
three
second.
sub 20.
Wow.
Three 19s is pretty insane. Now we got Endy coming through as well. He's just got to upstage them on Wily 3 and 4. Show them up.
5 dupes for Endy. That's what we're going to see.
Yeah, 5 dupe for sure.
To put it in perspective, a couple years ago when I joined the Classic Mega community, the world record for this game was 1935. I think it was actually 1932 by Dxtr, and so he just beat that time in a race. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, he just beat his former world record by 2 seconds at a live event. You were in 1930.
Yeah,
you were in 1955, and he was 1956, I think.
The fact that I'm here seeing 3 19s at a live event just blows my mind. I don't know what year I'm in because it doesn't seem like something that should be possible.
20XX?
It might be.
So I'm interested to see what setup Endy will go for here for the Wily 3 zips. We saw a few different setups from the different players. Dxtr opting to skip the first zip, and I actually didn't see the other 2 players' setups, but I'm assuming Whitehat went for the one beam setup on the first one, and then the wall setup on the second beam.
As far as I know, Endy's actually pioneered this this setup here. It actually works 100% of the time.
I think it was Charlian.
I don't know that he did the full jump onto the beam there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, was it? Oh, I'm giving credit to the wrong person. That's a
Whitehat.
Whitehat strat. But he gets the zip, as you can see.
Now here
Don't
come
have
the
to hit the walk of
dupes.
shame.
This is a 5 dupe. I can feel it.
There's one.
Only has to get 2 more.
Okay.
Hey!
Yeah! And the swag dude.
Nice! And the swag dupe. Leaves the block on the screen.
1/60th of a second to get that. He got it 4 times out of 6.
Every single dupe was 1/60th of a second, and there's really no visual cue for it because it's not the last frame they're on the screen, it's the frame they leave the screen. So getting 4 of them is pretty crazy.
I've got a $10 donation from Mega Ulf. Hey, AGDQ, love to watch this year's event. Go Mega Man runners. Come on, Endy, don't give up. Let's all work together and destroy the evilest of all robot masters, the notorious Cancer Man.
Nice, getting the swag.
Beautiful.
Zip.
One more zip to get. Got it. Whitehat94 is a huge potential choke point. There's a lot that you have to do here.
Yeah, so far he's nailed every trick.
Whitehat doesn't agree with the fire pick up there.
First phase, pretty standard. Like Fast said, he pressed B again just as that last fire left the screen and allowed him to get a fire wheel that lasts a long time. 24 flat.
Considering the soft lock costs probably over 4 minutes, that's a 19 without
that's
it.
That's a 19.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in and congratulations.
Congrats to all the runners. Great job, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and that's another standing ovation here in the house for all of the Mega Man runners. Thank you for that amazing race. We've had 2 amazing races in the last couple of hours, and now we are about to have another one coming up. We've got Super Mario Kart, KVD, and Sammy Seaton time trial race. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Some Super Mario Kart coming up. Right now, we're going to throw you over to a Twitch ad, and we'll be right back. Welcome, everybody. You are watching Awesome Games Done Quick 2017. Awesome Games Done Quick proceeds go to the Prevent Cancer Foundation, which is one of the nation's leading voluntary health organizations and the only U.S. nonprofit focused solely on cancer prevention and early detection. Founded in 1985, it's catapulted cancer prevention to prominence and fulfills its mission through research, education, outreach, and advocacy across the country. For more information, please visit preventcancer.org. So we do have an update on the bonus Kirby Tilt and Tumble run. That one a lot of people have been donating for already. We're almost up to $1,000 of the $8,000 that we need. So keep on donating for that if you want to see Kirby Tilt and Tumble run by the guest. So we do have some prizes coming up for the Super Mario Kart time trial race. We have a Bowser canvas print that was shown off on the stream earlier, a Mario Warp Pipe mug, and a Super Mario Bros. Fireflower cross-stitch. So if you'd like to get in for those prizes, it's $5 for the cross-stitch and the pipe mug, and $15 for the or $10 rather for the Bowser canvas print. So make sure to get your donations in during the upcoming race if you'd like to be eligible to win those prizes. We do have some bid donation incentives coming up. The next one is for the Turing test, where you'll decide the fate of the astronauts. So currently, Save the Astronauts is in the lead with $406. So if you care deeply about the astronauts' fate, make sure to get those donations in. All right, so that race was so packed, we didn't really get to read too many donations, so I'm going to read a few right now while we're getting set up for the Super Mario Kart race. We have $100 from Squidman that says, "Life isn't hard, Mega Man is." And I think after that race, we can definitely agree with him. We have $20 from Felix R. "Thanks to my brother Juan for introducing me to GDQ. Good luck to all the runners." We have $35 from Trapped Freak. "Watching the Mega Man with my friends, hoping they donate more than I do. Donating towards Mimi on Super Monkey Ball." We have $15 from Crescens. "My son and I love Mega Man, and this race is super exciting. Super fighting robot hype. Kill the animals." We got $25 from DRocksteady12. "Look forward to this every year. Talented people doing something for an awesome cause. Thank you all." Thank you, Rocksteady. We got $10 from Anonymous. "The Shovel Knight race was crazy, and so is this Mega Man race. I've been looking forward to this event since SGDQ 16, and I'm enjoying every second, or should I say frame, of it. Money's going to Hero Story of SA2, because the hero story is obviously the better story." We've got $25 from Billy Bob 8476. "Good luck to all the speedrunners. Let's kick cancer's butt. Also, Kirby with the tilt controls and DDR pad? That's so crazy I have to donate." I know. $75 from Anonymous. "Jump and Shoot Man is here to save the world with his lemons. Save the frames, kill the animals. It's what Dr. Wily would want." We have $200 from Apache 2. "You guys are awesome, and I love watching every year. Keep up the great work, and thanks for what you do. Here's to a week with no sleep. Kill the animals." We've got $20 from Chinese Hulk. "AGDQ, awesome event, awesome people, awesome cause, just awesome." Thank you, Chinese Hulk. We got $10 from Paul and Tabby. "Watching as a family. Thanks for the fun time." We got $75 from Ryokun. "Gotta donate during Mega Man. The nostalgia, the racing, the pew 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 pew. Also, save the animals. It's what the Chozo would have taught her to do." Got $50 from Gliv. "I could never beat Wily Stage 1, so I'm counting on the 4 of you." That's what we're here for. Got $10 from Anonymous. "I need to see that Kirby tilt run with a DDR pad, so here's to do that. I love GDQs, and this is my first time watching it live. It's amazing so far. Looking forward to a week of awesomeness." We've got a $1,000 donation from Anonymous. "Good luck to all the racers. Love GDQ. The donation goes to the winner." We've got $20 from Diogoris. "I asked my wife, who does not play video games, nor does she understand what a speedrun is, and she said she would save the animals. So $20 to save the animals." Sounds like a wise man. $75 from Mice Blue. "First time donating. I love Mega Man, but I hate cancer. This is such a great event. Good luck to the players." We had $50 from Ellipsis, donation for Winner's Choice. "So excited to see this game glitched into oblivion by the top runners." We got $20 from We Pod and We Know. "Those Mega Man Perlers look amazing. This goes towards Left 4 Dead, all campaigns run. Hype to arrive to our first GDQ on Wednesday." Got $25 from Anton76. "Watching from Sweden, love Mega Man, and keep up the good work." We got $15 from Mr. Yar. "First time watching live, but getting ready for work. Looking forward to watching after I get out. Good luck, have fun, runners." We've got $15 from JK Wong 111. "Mega Man and Metroid games are the games I love to see speedrun. Good luck destroying the donation records and save the animals." Well, thank you. We've got $25 from Handsome Jack. "Had to donate during Mega Man. Good luck to the runners and kill the animals." We've got $100 from Grimora, always humbled by the speedrunning community coming together for a great cause at AGDQ. Here's to a fabulous race, and let's get that Kirby bonus. I agree. $75 from Lava Ceiling. How can I resist Kirby Tilt and Tumble? Let's make this the best GDQ yet. Let's do it. Looks like we are making progress. It'll just be a couple more minutes of setup here. We've got a $100 anonymous donation. My son and I are watching and having a great time. Keep up the great work. We've got a $1,000 anonymous donation. Good luck to all racers. Love GDQ. Donation goes to the winner. We've got $20 from Cyberbot X. This Mega Man race is going to be amazing. Good luck to all the runners in the race. Put this towards the good ending and Magic Sword. We've got $25 from Tchuckulator83. Good luck to all the Mega Man runners. P.S. Endy, I'm coming for that DuckTales world record of yours. We have $20 from Alfalfa Scout. I love this event. Every year it comes around. Everyone remember to take care of your hands while you're playing these games so intensely. Good advice. We got $15 from Anonymous, must have Tilt and Tumble and Mega Man art. We have $75 from Lord Byron II. Kill cancer, save the animals. We have $75 from Oyster, Mega Man. $10 from 8-Bit Cupcake. Gotta see that Tilt and Tumble. I agree. We have a $100 donation from Hidoshura. Hey GDQ, I've been donating almost every year and I'm always happy to help with the cause. I split my donation up into 3 parts. First is to name the cast form in an Emerald run after my good friend Poladu, who just got to 2,000 subs on YouTube after being blown back by House Primarina. He deserved it. You don't go to +3 when you're FFAing. Second is to reach towards Dark Souls Prince Glitch Exhibition, because we need to see Dark Souls suffer like it made us suffer. My final piece